person who's a right brainer, a storyteller, a teacher. Why? Because your left brain skills are not going to be useful when the AI revolution hits. It's already hit us. The power of storytelling is one of those skills that will help you overcome the rise of the machines. So what we're going to do now is, I will take the next 10 minutes to give you some insights into what are the components of a good story, right? When I say story, it is not telling stories. But आपके business को कहानी की power use करते हुए आप कैसे आगे बढ़ सकते हैं? That is what is storytelling. Number one, stories take something that's very complex and make them simple. मोहन story, सबको समझ में आया? Theory of relativity, शायद जिसको physics मालूम है उसको भी नहीं समझ में आया, right? There's something called the Flesch-Kincaid test of readability. कि एक किताब कौन से स्टैंडर्ड का बच्चा पढ़ सकता है? It's called Flesch-Kincaid test of readability. So they did the test on Steve Jobs' speeches. Do you know what was the rating? Grade 6. Whatever Steve Jobs ever spoke was at the level of a 6th standard student, because he understood the power of simplicity, the power of telling things in a very simple way. Those of you who are old enough like me, you'll remember when the iPod was launched. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you a device that will let you carry 1,000 songs in your pocket. He did not speak about 8 gigahertz in it. He did not speak about the aluminum body. He did not speak about how much waterproof it is. Nothing. He spoke in a very simple language. In a very simple language so that everyone could understand, because he understood the power of simplicity. Time and again history has proven that the person who has made things simple for everyone else is the person who has ruled this world. एक बंदे ने सिर्फ एक धोती रख के सोचा कि इंडिया को फ्रीडम लेके देगा और दे दिया. एक बंदे ने सोचा कि ब्लैक अमेरिकन्स को मैं आई हैव अ ड्रीम बोल के फ्रीडम दिलाऊंगा, दिला दिया. एक बंदे ने सोचा बेचारा प्रदीप तड़प रहा है तो उसने ये रिमोट बनाया. Made my life simple. I paid 18,000 rupees the first time I used this remote. Bought this remote. Why? Because it made my life simple. Each of you as an entrepreneur, what are you doing? You're making life simpler for other people. My friend from Bank Sati, what is he doing? He's helping people get loans in a much easier way. So simplify. Georgie? Number two, stories take something that's concrete, abstract, and make them into concrete. Abstract, concrete क्या होता है? Sir, आप बताइए. Abstract और concrete क्या होता है? You don't know? Yes, ma'am, बोलिए.
Abstract something which we can just feel but you can't touch. That's what abstract.
Okay. So let me give you an example so you understand this a little better. Every box of popcorn has 3.5 milligrams of trans fat. 3.5% trans fat, जो दिल के लिए बहुत बहुत खतरनाक है. When you go to the theater next time and in the interval, when you buy popcorn, what like? He will say, मगासी कौन होता है बोलने को पॉपकॉर्न मत खाओ, मैं तो 2 बकेट खाऊंगा, right? और पैकेट भी नहीं खाएगा, बकेट खाएगा, बकेट. What if I tell you that the amount of bad oil in a box of popcorn is equal to the amount of bad oil in 6 samosas, half a kilo deep fried chili chicken, half a kilo jalebi, and 6 servings of French fries. इसमें जितना गंदा ऑयल है, उतना गंदा ये एक डब्बे में है. अब बताओ थिएटर जाओगे तो क्या होगा? He will pause for a minute and he will think, and then he will still buy popcorn. What did I do? I took an abstract concept called 3.5 milligrams of trans fat and converted it into a concrete concept called samosa blah 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 blah. आंख बंद करके देखो तो दिखता है तो concrete, नहीं दिखता है abstract. God is a power. दिखता है क्या? तो हमारे पूर्वजों ने क्या किया? They created idols, they created Muhammad, the messenger of God, they created the son of God, Jesus, because they wanted to give a concrete shape to an abstract concept called God. Mohan story, आंख बंद करके दिखता है क्या? दिखता है. Theory of relativity? So as much as possible, talk in concreteness. Don't talk technology, because I am a guy who sells PowerPoint for making business. So how will I understand your technology when you come to me as an investor? Talk in concreteness. Number 3. Stories take facts and convert them into emotions. Did you know that 67,500 Indian women die every year of cervical cancer? The only cancer that has a vaccine. सिर्फ 1100 रुपए का वैक्सीन है, वो वैक्सीन लगाया तो the only cancer that will not come is cervical cancer. It's a cancer that affects women. Did you feel bad listening to this number? Yeah, you felt bad, right? What if I tell you that every 8 minutes, one Indian woman dies of cervical cancer? Every 8 minutes, one Indian woman dies of cervical cancer, the only cancer that has a vaccine. Did you feel a little more bad this time? It hits you, right? But if you're good at mathematics, you will realize, go back one slide, oops. You'll realize that 60 divided by 8 multiplied by 24 multiplied by 365 in a year is equal to 65,700. I gave you the same number. So why did you feel bad the next time? Because the moment I said one Indian woman, आपके दिमाग में कोई तो एक ऐसे लेडी आई जिसको आप जानते हो, आपकी माँ हो सकती है, बहन हो सकती है, नेबर हो सकती है, कोलीग हो सकती है, उनके साथ आपका रिश्ता कैसा है? Emotion. When emotions are triggered, people respond. So use the power of emotions to trigger responses in people. Next slide. Yeah. Stories take the unexpected. Stories take out consistency and bring in the unexpected. आज जब मैंने सेशन किया कुछ अलग चीज हुआ. क्या हुआ? गाना सुनाया उसके पहले. I stood on the chair. आधे लोग सोच रहे ये कौन बेवकूफ आ गया है यार? ये टाइगर राजस्थान ने किसको बुलाया है? इस बेवकूफ चेयर के ऊपर खड़ा हुआ है. गवर्नमेंट फाइन लगाएगी अभी, राइट? सोचा आपने बेवकूफ? अच्छा लगा? You might have thought that I'm an idiot, but immediately there's something else also happened. All your eyes were on me. The best way to grab attention is to break a pattern. Stories help you achieve breaking a pattern very easily. Theory of relativity, blah 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 blah. Mohan story, Mohan गया last week, गुलचरा उड़ा रहा है, किडनी गायब. वो मैडम का रिएक्शन देखना चाहिए था जब मोहन का किडनी गायब था. मैडम आपका नाम क्या है? और उनका रिएक्शन तो ऐसा था जैसे वो खुद के भाई का किडनी चोरी हो गया, right? Unexpected gets people to give you attention. Stories help you bring in credibility. I'm sure many of you would have got a message that's similar to this. Today in Jaipur, don't go to the Jawahar Chowk because at 2 o'clock the ultraviolet rays are going to be very powerful and you might get cancer. Has been a message that has been sent by NASA. Right? We get some message, something similar to this, right? Not the exact message. You know why many of us tend to believe them? Because NASA ने बोला है. कोई ये नहीं सोचता NASA को और कुछ काम ही नहीं है क्या कि जवाहर चौक में क्या करे, हैं? Stories help you build in credibility. Why did you believe Mohan's story, which was the bullshit? Because I said my friend Mohan, and then I went into detailing. The more you make it personal, the more you make it detailed, the more people will start believing you. Investors want to believe you. They really want to believe you क्योंकि तुम्हारे कंधे पे बैठ के उसका 10 करोड़ 100 करोड़ होने वाला है, तो वो तुमको दबाने की कोशिश नहीं कर रहा. वो तो यही चाहता है कि तुम जो भी बोलो वो सच है. So build in credibility, and stories are a great way to building in credibility. Oops. So one slide back, Georgie. So let me take you on the journey. I think I am bang on time. Yeah. Let me take you on the journey of a storyteller or a leader. Right? You come into a hall. There are a lot of people who are just after lunch. And next slide, Georgie. And they're all, talking on the phone, chatting with one another. What do you want as a speaker, as a presenter? The investor is chatting on WhatsApp, बीवी से बात कर रहा है, कोई सर खुजा रहा है. क्या चाहिए आपको? You want them to take notice, give you attention. How do you get attention?
चेयर पे खड़े हो.
चेयर पे मत खड़े हो सर, वो मेरे क्लास में चलता है और इन्वेस्टर थप्पड़ मारेगा. But you do something unexpected. जब बाकी सब लोग A, B, C, D बात कर रहे हैं, आप E से बात करो. Investor, ये कौन है भाई? Right? You got the attention. Once you get the attention, what do? You want them to understand and remember, because what you're doing is something that the world has never seen. My friend Hemant will talk about that in a few minutes when we do the panel discussion. कि लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता है सर, मैं जब नया बिजनेस कर रहा हूँ तो किसी को बैकग्राउंड ही नहीं है, तो कैसे समझेगा बेचारा? How do you make people understand? Hemant, tell me. You're in my class. We will talk about it. You make people understand and remember by making it concrete. Tell it in a language that he can visualize the whole thing. Then what do you want? Next slide, Georgie. You want everyone in the room to understand. You want to make it uncomplicated. How do you make it uncomplicated? By making it, Georgie, simple. Once you have done this, what's the next thing you want? You want people to be inspired. You want them to agree and believe, "Hey, हाँ यार ये अच्छा धंधा है, इसमें पैसा लगाएंगे तो आगे बढ़ सकते हैं." How do you make people to be inspired? By making it credible. अरे इसके पास 10,000 कस्टमर है, इसने 1 करोड़ लोगों को अपने YouTube चैनल में सब्सक्राइब रखा है, मतलब सोशल मीडिया में बस ये बंदा तो तगड़ा है यार. By making it credible. Once it's credible, what do you want people to do? You want them to care about it. As much as he cares about his business, you want the other guy to care about it. How do you make people care? Sheena, you have to give the answer. You just gave that answer a few minutes ago. How do you make people care? By making it emotional. Once you have done that, what do you want people to do? Next slide. You want them to act. You want them to say, "Come, beta, let's have one more meeting. Let me understand your company. Let me do a due diligence. Let's understand your business better." How do you make people act? How will each of you now never go to Las Vegas and not take a free drink? By telling them a story. So now let me put all these things together. Georgie, one slide. Next slide. Next. Again. Yeah. Okay. So I put all of them together. Okay. Next slide. I'll remove everything that's in black. Next slide. Now I'll remove all the other letters except for the first letter. Georgie, can you see a pattern there? What's the pattern? Next slide. Success. So if you want to become a storyteller, the formula is very easy. Simple, unexpected, credible, concrete, emotional, and in the form of a story. Next time when you're making a presentation, all that you need to do is to tick these marks. Put a 3x3 grid and SUCCES डालो. अपने स्पीच में सिंपल है क्या, कुछ अनएक्सपेक्टेड है क्या, इमोशनल है क्या, क्रेडिबल है क्या, कॉन्क्रीट है क्या. तुम्हारे 5 साल की बेटी को बताओ, उसको समझ में आता है क्या? अगर उसको नहीं समझ में आया तो तुम धंधा गलत कर रहे हो. तुमको तुम्हारा खुद का धंधा नहीं मालूम. With that, Rahul, I am exactly on 2:46. My name is Pradeep Yuvaraj. It's been a pleasure talking to you and being here right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. That was quite a masterclass. Thank you very much. All right. So.